Hey everyone, Kellen here. Hey, as we wrap up 2025, I wanted to give you all a quick real estate market recap on how this year's performance was, as well as what 2026 ahead looks like, both on a national level as well as here in the Treasure Valley. And I'm going to try to do it here in 90 seconds or less. So here we go. National market recap. Nationally, housing market in 2025 started to look a lot more like pre-COVID. There was about 1.3 million active listings in the United States, and months of supply was just under 5 months. Very similar to what we're seeing here in Ada and Canyon County. On average, days on market, homes took about 34 or 35 days to sell and receive an offer. And the median home price nationally was about $425,000. If you compare that to Ada County, average home price is elevated from there. It's about 520,000. Canyon County is around 440,000. So next, let's talk about seller and buyer behavior. One of the most interesting trends this year is actually who's buying and selling. The average home seller in the United States was 64 years old this year, and homeowners are staying in their homes longer, about 11 years on average. If you compare that to the early 2000s, that's almost double the amount of time that somebody's living in their home before they decide to sell and make a move. 2 out of every 3 home buyers actually downsized this year. Gen X and baby boomers make up 2/3 of the real estate market, and many of them are sitting on strong equity positions with low interest rates, small mortgage balances, or no mortgage balance at all. A lot of Gen X and baby boomers are actually choosing to downsize, possibly gifting money to their kids or their grandkids to helping them afford to buy a home, and they themselves are buying multi-generational homes more rapidly. If we look at first-time home buyers, the average age of a first-time home buyer in the United States right now is 40 years old, which is the toughest market in history. Only 1 out of every 4 buyers nationally was a first-time home buyer this year. Affordability and education remain the 2 biggest opportunities for first-time home buyers to enter the market. At the same time, about 1 in every 5 real estate agents is expected to leave the industry in 2026, while home sales are still projected to grow by 14%. So you have less people in the business helping people buy homes, and you're expecting a 14% increase. So it's a big reminder how important it is to have the right experience and the right strategy in your corner from somebody that you trust, that's proficient and professional, and can help you get the best price. So, what are the bold predictions for 2026? Looking ahead, the outlook is still very strong. As we mentioned, 14% increase in home sales expected as interest rates continue to come down and barriers to entry for buyers are being removed. Experts are predicting that a second property may be much more common in American households over the next 5 years. Home values nationwide are up on average 70% in the last 5 years. And homeowners on average have a net worth that is 46 times greater than those that are renting. Real estate continues to be one of the most powerful tools for long-term wealth building. But the true net here is we're returning to a more normalized market, similar to 2019 pre-COVID. Here in the Treasure Valley, growth is continuing at a strong pace. 2 million people now in Idaho, and the Treasure Valley makes up roughly 40 to 45% of that population, and they're adding 30 to 35,000 net new people every year to the valley. New construction makes up 40% of the available inventory right now in the Treasure Valley, which gives buyers a major advantage as they offer seller concessions to help buy your interest rate down, cover your closing costs, or even get home improvements. So the bottom line is our market's finally normalizing. The extreme frenzy of the COVID years are gone. Today's market offers more inventory, more options, and real negotiating power specifically for home buyers, as homes are still selling in just a few weeks. If they're priced correctly, they're in good condition to show, and the seller is willing to be flexible on negotiation and potential concessions because buyers have plenty of options right now. If you're curious what any of this means for your home, you want a free home value, you want to look at your equity position, or any of your plans for 2026, I'm always here as a resource, and I'm never too busy for your referrals. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in 2026.